enemy has taken our home. And now, they threaten our very existence. But if we attack together, we can take back our home, or we die trying.
Am I right? Am I right or am I right?
Oh man, I don't know about you guys. I had goosebumps watching that trailer, and I knew nothing about Destiny 2 when I watched that trailer. Let me make that abundantly clear. So, as you guys that follow me on social media know, I was invited out to the Destiny 2 gameplay premiere in Los Angeles last week. I was a guest of Activision. They absolutely paid for everything, and it was the most amazing experience I think I've had doing this whole YouTube, gig. So I just want to take the time to thank them very, very much for the invitation out there. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So let me tell you a bit about the mini convention itself. Okay, everyone was so happy and helpful. It was such a positive environment. I commented to a couple of guys that I went with that being at the Destiny event was like being at a miniature BlizzCon. If you guys could imagine, it was very friendly atmosphere. Everyone was talking about Destiny. You could literally have a conversation about any aspect of that world, and people were more than happy to just sit there and talk about it. And to make things even more reminiscent of BlizzCon, Uncle Mike Morheim himself showed up to announce something. While I was there, I made a really cool couple of friends. One is the Jez on YouTube, another Aussie YouTuber, and the other is Ralph, or SkillUp. And they were so gracious in taking me into their world, taking me under their wing, and just giving me like a bit of a, hey, this is Destiny, this is what you need to know, and this is what it's all about. And honestly, if it wasn't for those two, I don't think I would have enjoyed the experience as much, because they were very, very accommodating and very open to a complete fucking noob as I am. So for the longest time since I've been back, I've been struggling to find the right way to divulge this information, to tell you guys and describe how my experiences were. And I was going to do a scripted thing, and I went through so many different drafts, and I'm like, no, fuck it. I'm just going to speak from the heart and give you guys a no bullshit assessment from my personal perspective. Some of you guys might agree, some of you guys might disagree, but this is definitely my take on everything Destiny as someone who had absolutely no context for any of this prior to going to the event. This is an outsider's perspective looking in. And I'm hoping that I do this justice, and I'm hoping you guys get some really informative information out of this. So without further ado, let us continue, my friends. So yeah, essentially I went in with absolutely zero, and I mean this in all honesty, zero expectations for Destiny 2. I watched the reveal trailer, and it looked really, really cool, and again, because I'd never played Destiny before, I was like, But I'd always had in the back of my mind that Destiny is something that I wanted to do. It's always something I wanted to get involved in, but it never came to the PC as much as I wanted it to. It just never eventuated there. And in my mind, the way that I saw Destiny when it was first announced was that it was a first-person shooter by Bungie, an amazing studio, very similar to Blizzard Entertainment, but it was sold to me as a massively multiplayer first-person shooter in the same vein as sort of like World of Warcraft meets Borderlands 2. Now, I know that that's not the case now, but I guess I sort of went in with the expectation that, hey, it's going to be an MMO first-person shooter sort of thing. And largely when I was speaking to the guys that I went with, it's not how they described it. They sort of described it more akin to Borderlands than World of Warcraft. But in saying that, we got some information at the Destiny 2 event that sort of, it's beginning to incorporate a bit more RPG, MMO sort of elements. You know, there are treasure maps, there are open world environments, open world bosses, very sort of reminiscent terms to those who have been playing, MMOs for quite a while. But anyway, I digress. Getting back onto Destiny 2 itself, I had so much fun, and I mean this with all sincerity, this is no bullshit. I had so much fun playing the campaign mission, which you guys can see has been playing in the background. It's my footage that I'm using. It was unlike anything I think I'd played in recent memory. It was a lot of fun. It was engaging, despite the fact that I had no context for what was going on in the world prior to this invasion. I felt attached to the world because it was Earth, and I love the gunplay. The gunplay in this game is something else. It's sort of like Halo, and it's sort of like, I guess, Overwatch in terms of satisfaction, how fun it is to use the weapons. I had a lot of fun, like, I'm not gonna lie. That sold it for me. That, and I think it was this, like, if I'm gonna be honest, I was playing it, and I'm thinking, it's very much like Halo. Like, I'm in the back of my mind, I'm thinking this is like playing Halo. Like, honestly, replace these space turtles that you guys see here with, Covenant or, Brutes, and I was like, I'm playing Halo. But in the same vein, it wasn't like, this is just Halo. Like, they just ripped off Halo and that's what I'm playing. No, it wasn't like that at all. It was more like a compliment. It was more, I mean, I guess because Bungie is the original guys that made Halo, and, that's been given over to 343 Studios, there's always going to be that lineage. There's always going to be that heritage right there. And it's very evident in Destiny 2. But it's not a bad thing. It's not to the detriment of the game or the franchise. If anything, it instills me with confidence, because I know that this game is going to be amazing. From what I played, it is amazing. It's gameplay first. That's what I mean. It's very much like Blizzard in that respect, where Blizzard are all about gameplay first. What's a fun game to play? Blizzard are also known for their storytelling, which is something I'm going to get back to now, because the story in this game is amazing. Okay, so one of the big things that sold this game for me was the story. And I know I spoke to like the Jez, and I spoke to Ralph about the story in Destiny 1, and the overall consensus that they gave me is that there really wasn't one. It was all told through lore pieces called grimoires, which have since been removed. And I think it's a testament to the way that Bungie have directed Destiny 2 now, and they're going very story-focused. I mean, the cinematic trailer for Zavala, and you'll see that in a bit, is very, very cool. It's like how he came to be, how he came into the world, how he is a guardian, and how he is like the vanguard for the Titans, right? Like, he's the leader, the de facto leader of the Guardians and the Titans, right? I think Destiny are pushing more the story first, because I don't think they even had a single player campaign, or if they did, it was very swept under the rug. Like, it was it was kind of like a Battlefront single player campaign, but actually just non-existent. You know what I mean? So I think with Destiny 2, they've definitely taken heed of the mistakes of the past and gone, okay, you know what, we need an engaging single player story mode to bring people into the world, to tell them, look, this is a deep, deep world with a lot of lore. And if there's one thing that I personally love, it's my lore. You guys know, I'm a massive World of Warcraft, Diablo, Overwatch lore fanatic. I could talk lore all day. Like, if I wasn't doing gameplay stuff, I think I would be definitely doing lore videos, because I love my lore. But I was enthralled by the amount of depth that this world had, and I wanted to know more. I wanted to know more about this world. I wanted to know where the Guardians came from. I wanted to know who the Iron Lords were. I wanted to know who the Cabal is. I wanted to know who the Red Legion was. I wanted to know so much about this world, and I think we're going to get that in Destiny 2. I think for the new players, which, again, is the entire PC market that Bungie now have to explain this, game to. What is this world about? What do I do in this game? And I think that would be the perfect opportunity to do that. In saying that also, I believe that this game is going to set itself apart, I guess, predominantly on the PC market, because there's nothing like this currently available. The argument could be made that it's very much like Borderlands, but in reality, it's really not. It's so far away from Borderlands, it's not funny. This game definitely has the potential to blow away anything else on the PC market at the moment. I think it's going to have such a wonderful and massive PC fan base, because again, we haven't had this game on PC. Console gamers have had this for 3 years now, and everything that I've heard has been very mixed regarding the game. Some people love it, some people hate it. It's very divisive as a game. I think the beauty in the PC audience is we'll be able to take this game, push it to its limits, get hundreds of thousands of playtime out of this on our platform, and really break it apart for what it is. We PC gamers are such a passionate mob. And yes, you know, we are the PC master race. There's no getting around it. There's no denying that. I mean, look, they've got this game running at 30 frames per second in 4K on PlayStation Pro. PC gamers, man, we've got this running. We're going to have it running above 4K. We're going to have this running at above 60 frames. We're going to have uncapped frames, man. I mean, we are master race. No. But honestly, PC gamers, we are a very critical mob. If we see that something's wrong, we will voice our opinion, because that's just how we are. One of the biggest concerns I have for this, leading off from that, is the fact that Destiny 2 will not have dedicated servers. And I know this has been covered in other articles and all that, but I wanted to reiterate the importance of a game that is going to be massive, as Destiny is, but no dedicated servers. And I want to point back to the example of earlier this year, Ubisoft's For Honor. I was so excited for that game. I did videos about that game. I gave it 110%, and they came back and went, no dedicated servers. And honestly, it's killed the game. And I was so disappointed, like bitterly disappointed. So I'm hoping that someone at Bungie, someone at Activision, even someone at Blizzard, smacks him in the face and goes, hold on, you're releasing it on a Battle.net platform. We are known for the quality of our games, the support that we give our games. Please, do yourself a service. Spend the extra money on dedicated servers. I know that they've talked about, you know, improving the netcode and improving matchmaking. At the end of the day, that means sweet fuck all. What does mean everything is dedicated servers. I think it's a necessity in this day and age. But again, that's pretty much the only negative opinion that I have to share about the game at this point. Again, you've got to remember, this is the alpha. Like, we only got like an alpha sampling. We got like a sample pack of Destiny 2 at this event. And I got to play the PvP, the PvE campaign, and PvE co-op mission. And it was amazing. And I had so much fun doing it. And that's why, like, I'm pretty sure I'm drinking the Destiny 2 Kool-Aid. But again, I'm not like... I'm sort of looking around, looking at all the other people drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm like, okay, who's going to drop first, sort of thing. So I'm just sipping at it. Haven't just gulped it down yet. But no, honestly, this game is shaping up to be absolutely amazing. I love it. I mean, look, you've got like Zavala, Titan tank dude, big blue guy, looks like Yondu. Amazing. Dr. Manhattan guy. And you got the guy on screen right now, Cade 6, voiced by Nathan Fillion, the original fucking space cowboy. I mean, come on. And the chick on the left of him, her name is Ikora, and she's voiced by Gina Torres, aka Zoe from Firefly as well. So, like, more awesome points for this game. Honestly, I think this game is going to be very standout for 2017. And providing that Bungie put the love and dedication to this, support it from release, brand new content coming out every, you know, couple of months, every 3 months or so, you know, new raids, dungeons, or Fire Strike missions, pretty sure they're called in this. You know, just content to keep the players interested. I think this game is going to go far. I honestly think this game is going to do massive, like absolutely big things. On the flip side of that, though, if this game fails in certain aspects, the PC community is going to be the first to jump on, beating their fucking shields and swords and being like, okay, you done fucked up, fix this shit. And then the onus will be back on Bungie and Activision to rectify it. Because there's nothing louder than a riled up PC audience about a game that they perceive to be lacking or undersupported. Especially when I honestly believe that the hype for this game is so real. I mean, it took... I don't play Destiny. I went to this event, I fell in love with the game, I fell in love with the characters, I just fell in love with the world. And I am drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I am loving this. I am drinking it up. This is going to be such an amazing and fun game. I cannot wait to play this more at release. I can't even wait for the beta. I really can't. I wish I had access to it now because I would be playing it religiously. I've talked to a few of my friends that continuously play Destiny on consoles, and I know that they have various reservations about the game, Particularly, like, some of them have said that it looks very much like a expansion pack to Destiny and not like its own standalone game, which, again, I can't really relate to because I never played Destiny on consoles. Some of my other friends have said that it's the same shit. It's literally exactly the same. Yep, there's a few quality of life changes that have been made to accommodate, but other than that, still pretty much the same. The other thing that they touched on was that the game is very grindy. Now, I don't know about you guys. Look, I played Vanilla WoW, so I know all about grind. But I know that guys today, they don't want to put in the hours to grind out, you know, hundreds of hours to get like a certain piece of loot or a certain, you know, item, right? But I'm hoping that this new Destiny will present a new model for loot. Anyway, guys, to surmise this experience, I'm incredibly excited for Destiny 2. I think it's going to be amazing. It's going to be the next big thing of 2017. I know for a fact that I'm going to get my hands on it and play it religiously. And honestly, I think this could be a contender for Game of the Year. Anyway, guys, thank you for sticking with me. I'm out. Auf Wiedersehen!